lovelies, Barbara here with another tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday the 16th of December 2024. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I was teaching Reiki on Saturday, Reiki 2. Fabulous student, had a wonderful time. Both of us had a wonderful time. So, did you notice the decorations? Right, these, I'm going to move the camera actually slightly. There we go. My 1970s style decorations, because the backdrop for my tarot club, because it's by Zoom, was these, because the theme for the tarot party was a 1970s Christmas. So everybody had to go all dressed up in suitable 1970s gear, whatever you perceive to be 1970s. So I thought I had a backdrop there. So I thought I'd leave them up because they remind me of my youth. But there we are. Anyway, let's go on with your reading. So we have the influence of the angels this week. And we have, I think, 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 5 cards. 3 of which are major arcana. So this is quite an important week this week. The fact that 3 out of 5 are majors. The lead card, however, isn't a major, but it's a beautiful card. Just look at this, the 6 of Cups. And I love the way they're portrayed in here. There's the angel up there, obviously, influence of the angel. But the 2 children there, I think he's given her a little posy of flowers. And that's what this week is about. It's about family and deep friendships. We're coming up to Yule, we're coming up to Christmas, and this is the time of year that people do get together. But sometimes people are perhaps forgotten, and especially if you've got a breakup in a family perhaps, or perhaps friends that you haven't been in contact for quite a while. This is the week to consider reaching out that hand of friendship. Now, that can be quite difficult because depending on why you haven't been in contact with them, or they haven't been in contact with you, perhaps it was, bad words were said, or just you've lost contact. It's something to take gently. This is a gentle card, but it's a 6. It's all about moving on and starting something wonderful and new, if you choose to. And I'm going to bring up the fact that, I watched Home Alone. It's the law, isn't it? It's time you'd watch Home Alone. And there's a lovely part in there where the elderly gentleman next door, he hasn't spoken to his son for years because they had bad words and everything. And young Kevin says to him, well, why don't you contact your son? He goes, oh, well, what happens if he doesn't want to speak to me? Well, then you'll know, won't you? And you won't need to worry about it anymore. At least you've made the effort, sort of thing. That's what this week is about, but it's got to be down to you to make that move. If you don't feel comfortable making that move, okay, leave it. But it would be quite good, and it would take things off your chest almost. You'd get things off your chest, not in a way, but just the fact that you've made the first move. So it's very, very important, and it's also a time to bring together people that perhaps you are in contact with, but perhaps you haven't heard from them for a few weeks and everything. It's a good excuse this week to contact them, say, how are you getting on? Because there may be some of those people that are having a really rough time at the moment, but they don't like to burden other people with it. Perhaps, they think it's coming to Christmas. I don't want to mention this. I'll leave it till after Christmas and things like that. Just for somebody to talk to. It's a really good week in the season of goodwill after all. However, the follow-up card to this one is actually the first of the majors. Look at that wonderful Temperance. Now, I love the way they've designed this because they've got, I'm trying to see it, that one's a red one, isn't it? That's a blue one. And I'm sure Temperance came up either last week or the week before or something. So I remember mentioning that it's impossible for water to go on an angle. Well, it's alchemy. Yes, it can. It's all about that magic that you can place into anything that you want to do. But more importantly, it's about balance. So contacting family and friends, even ones you're in contact all the time with, it's keep that balance, keep control of the mix. So on a frivolous note, if you were having a dinner party, I can't remember what your dinner party's like nowadays, you had a dinner party, it's make sure the mix is right, the right people sitting next to, the right partners, things like that. But also, if you do choose to contact people you haven't been in contact for a while, just keep one foot on the ground and one foot in the water. You are perfectly balanced. So 1 foot in the material world, 1 foot in the spiritual world, bringing about perfect balance. And again, if this is red, is it, that side is red, isn't it? Red. Yeah, that side's red. That side's blue. You could say it's hot and cold. Bring it together. You get that warmth, which again could happen if you're in contact with people that you haven't been in contact for a while. That it's sort of that thawing out, that sort of thing. So it's a beautiful week to keep that balance in all things, not just relationships, but all things. So what's the next? You see now, another major. Look at these lovers. Now this is very obviously, well, to me it's obvious anyway, this is supposed to be Adam and Eve, and it's obviously, I must stop saying obviously, it's that I think he's offering her the apple. So I'm guessing they've already had a bite of that apple because they've covered up the bits. So, and they don't realise that they're naked until after they've had a bite from the apple. So this is the beginning of humankind, I suppose, where they realise they're no longer innocent. They're now adults in some respects. But this is depicted as such a wonderfully gentle card. And it's very much a case of, two people or two families or whatever coming together in perfect balance after that temperance, so it can continue. So this isn't just going to be for this week. This can continue long term if you choose it to go on long term. So the decision's down with you. So there's the angel up here saying, come on, it's not like so in your face as a ride away. This is a very gentle card. And in fact, in the background, we've got all this lovely expanse of water. What does the water represent? Relationships and emotions. It's very smooth water. So this could be a smooth transition into how you play out, I suppose you could almost say, your future with these people. So what's the next one? So we now have the Page of Wands. What's she got there? Looks like a paintbrush. I think it's a paintbrush. I would imagine it's a paintbrush. Yes, because I can now see the little, what do they call, whatever they mix the paints on, I can't remember what it's called now. It's a long time since I did O-level art sort of thing. So this is very much, if you get all this together, your creativity can then come to the fore. It can start something moving. It's wands. It's, it's a fire card. It's that movement. It's that energy. But it's gentle because it's a page. So who knows where this week could lead long term? It's in its infancy. You go back to, they've moved on slightly from their innocence, their infancy, but nevertheless, they've still got to grow, like teenage years type thing. So there's much to learn, but there's so much you can do with this coming week. Get together and come up with ideas of where to go. Let's meet up next week. Let's go into town. I know I haven't seen you for ages. Let's go for a coffee or something like that. It's that movement and that excitement and a little bit of trepidation, because it's a page. Pages represent, younger people. So think what you were like when you were 12, 13, 14 years old. That, I don't know if I want to do this. It's a bit scary. Yeah, why not? Set forth, have a fantastic week. Meet up with people you haven't seen for a long time. This is the perfect time of year, and actually the perfect week, because next week it's going to be like absolutely mental, because it's so close to everything that's going on. So, what's the next one? Oh my God, is this the last one? It must be. Yes, it is. Card number 5. We have the Chariot. Now, what is weird with these cards this week? Again, the Chariot, look at this red. Like, whoa, let's go for it. Now, where's the horses on this? Oh, they are horses. Yep, there we are. There's the black horse and the white horse coming together. They're facing each other. But that's perfect balance. We're back to that temperance again. We're back to the lovers, in fact, about this perfect balance. This week, it's going to be, as long as it's up to you to do it, it's very much an opportunity of bringing some balance into your life from that very first card, that 6 of Cups. It's up to you. But it is a perfect time to try it. Again, said, up to you, but look at the way, I mean, I like the way that it's actually a she actually in this one. They've like superimposed the bitch down here, so she's got hold of the reins. In control of the situation, and that's you. You have control of that perfect balance, and you can produce that perfect balance this week to bring about that wonderful innocence of childhood almost, and really enjoy things. Oh, back to childhood. There we are. That's my childhood, sort of 60s and 70s of Christmases. Why not? On a complete tangent, really, to do with your Christmas, we'll say Christmas. Why not get some old decorations out that you used to have as a child, all the types of decorations? Bring that enthusiasm that you had as a child into it. Let go of that worry, the expense. Have we got enough food in? Da-di-da-di-da, all these things that you have as you become an adult. Why not bring back that innocence of childhood? Make it extra special this year. Bring together the people you love and just make it memorable. That control and balance. Remember, not being controlling, but being in control of the situation. And that in itself will take a lot of that pressure off so you can enjoy this week. Anyway, have a fantastic week. Have a very balanced week. All those cards, all those mages, it's really all to do with balance this week. And just enjoy it. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.